Okay, today I'm going to show you how we're going to do an AutoCAD drawing set up on the good laser template, which I gave to you in Classroom. So first of all, you need to make sure that you have downloaded the good laser template from Classroom, which is right here. Today you'll need to right click, open new tab, and then go ahead and hit download. It'll go to your download folder. I've already done that, and then I also, as I've instructed before, is to use good file management, and that is I took it from downloads, which was in here, and went and made a folder in my documents, and my folder is called Design Autodesk, and so there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and open it from there in AutoCAD. So the open is right here where it says open under that folder, and go and find that, which it is your documents and Design Autodesk, and there we go right there. Okay, so the thing about AutoCAD also is, as I've shown you in Classroom, is we can do all our commands from up here on the ribbon. So this is all the ribbon. The menu right here shows different ribbons depending on what we want to do. The main ones which we use is Home and Express Tools. There's a lot of stuff up here that we can also do, sometimes annotate depending. But right now we're going to stick to the Home ribbon, and we're just going to do a simple laser pog. And so first of all, this particular laser template good has layers for the laser, and I'll talk a little bit more about those later. We do want to first be on the vector cut layer. And before I actually start doing this, I'm going to do a file save as, which we can do that right here, or we can just go up here to this floppy disk and hit the one with the pencil on it and do a save as, and I'm going to call this Rocket Pog. And so I have it saved. Then the next thing I'm going to do is draw a circle. Now AutoCAD is defaulted to center radius as it comes out of the box, you might say, and so we're going to do a 2-inch diameter, so actually a 1-inch radius box or circle, excuse me. So we'll do that one, hit enter. I'm going to scroll my mouse in a little bit so I can see this a little bit better. And then the next thing we're going to do is actually do a line right here off the center. Now my cursor right now is jerking around, and that's because the snap to grid is on. We can turn the grid on so we can see that in the background if that helps you. But snap to grid can be annoying at times. So anyways, we're going to do a line. We can click up here, or we can do L spacebar and draw that out just like this. Now these lines that I'm going to do are actually on engrave. We don't want to cut. The red is for cut on the laser, so it's going to be assigned the highest power and the slowest speed to cut through material. These lines that I'm producing now is going to be the actual image that we're going to engrave. So I'm going to select this one that I just did, make sure that it is on the vector engrave, and that it says vector engrave up here, and it says bilayer up here. We can have this as one color and that as another color, and that's not good when we're using the laser. So we want to make sure that it's always the layer that we want to use, and that the properties over here is by layer. So I'm just going to hit escape to deselect that line, and we're going to offset that down. Let's see, that was 1 inch, so we're going to offset it. And so offset is right here, or O spacebar. So I'm going to click on offset. First thing it wants is this says specify offset distance of, and that's the distance that we're going to offset it. So I'm going to do 0.2, actually I'm going to do 0.75, okay, and hit enter or the space bar and click and move down the direction I want to offset it down. So I go down below this line. If I wanted to offset it up, I would move my cursor up this way and offset it, but we want to offset it down. And then I'm just going to get rid of this one right here. We just use that more as a reference, and so I'm going to click on it and delete. And the next thing I'm going to show you is a couple of commands as far as how we can extend and trim. One way is we can use trim up here. So I'm going to trim this away right here, and when we click on trim, we can trim to the circle. So I clicked on the circle, and then I hit the space bar, and then I click on the part of the line I want to trim. Okay. Now I'm going to undo that and show you a couple other ways. Oops, I went a little bit too far. The other is to do TR spacebar twice, and now it trims to the next line or object. Okay. Now the other is to extend this line across. So I'm going to extend it, and that is under here, or EX spacebar. Okay. So I'm going to click that, and it works the same way. I can click on this because I'm going to extend it to there. Then I hit the space bar again, and it trims. Now I'm going to undo that and do it the keyboard, or the very express keyboard way, and that's going to undo that. I'm going to hit escape and do EX spacebar, and there we have that. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to show, I'm going to actually show that on the next video. I don't want this to be too long. So really what we did is, I'm going to zoom out here by hitting top. You can see the whole thing is we downloaded the Autodesk template grid for the laser. We drew a 1-inch radius circle, which makes a 2-inch diameter circle. Okay, and we drew a line off the center here, offset it down 1 or 0.75, and extended it to there. Now, notice also that I'm still on extend, so it could extend way out there. So I'm going to just hit escape and get out of that command. Remember, escape is to get out of commands. Probably the most two important keyboard shortcuts is escape and the space bar. Escape is get out of a command. The space bar is a big enter button, or you can just hit enter. So we'll move on to the next video in a minute.